Sanbonani, good day. My name is Lungle Shongwe. So in today's video, we're gonna be looking at distribution law. So I want us to start by explaining what is distribution law. So let's say Fede Baska is something like A into B plus C plus D. This thing you will usually get it in my exam, na class test. So it's very important for you to understand it. So before I explain all of this, I want us to start by explaining AMA brackets. So as you can see here, we have AMA brackets. There will be no distribution law without brackets. So let's say you have been given something like 3 times 4, which is 12. But then there are many ways to write it. If you want it to look nice, maybe professional, you can just say 3 into 4. This will still give you 12. So in this case, the brackets, as you can see, the 3 is the same thing with this one. They did not use multiplication. So this tells us that this 3 is multiplying each and everything inside this bracket. So let us go back to our A into B plus C plus D. This thing is trying to tell us that this A is going to multiply each and every term inside the brackets. So we have B plus C plus D. There are many ways to write this. So let's say you have been given something like A times B plus A times C plus A times D. This is very long and looks complicated. So if you wanna write this in a proper way or just in a simpler way, you can just do this A, B plus C plus D. It's the same thing, but then this one looks more cool. So in this case, you have noticed that this number outside our bracket, which is this one, is going to multiply each and every term inside. So it's going to be like this. What does this thing say? It says that A is going to multiply B, which is going to be AB. And A is going to multiply C, which is going to be AC. And A is also going to multiply D, which is AD. So there, look at this. I always multiply those numbers as I multiply to A and B. But then I'm also including the sign because it's not always going to be positive. Sometimes we'll be having negative numbers. So this is the basic one, which you must know and you must master. It will not come like this. It will have numbers, variables and stuff, which is getting harder and harder. But then if you stick with me, uzoba grand. So we're gonna be looking at examples and how I'm going to do it because of there are different types of it. So please stay tuned. Umamele, try level best. Okay, so we're gonna look at this thing, which is C into A plus B. We're just gonna do the same thing with C answer here on top. We're gonna take the C, multiply it with the A, and multiply it with the B. So this will be just the same thing. So let me take my green one, and it's gonna be like this: C into A, C into B, which will still give us CA plus CB. But then others prefer alphabetical, so it's gonna be AC plus BC. This is very important sometimes because I'm examining our fun in this form. So you always start with alphabetical. So A before C, so you're gonna write AC and BC. But then since I said that it's not always going to be positive, you can sometimes get something like A into B minus C. This thing is not complicated, guys. You just do what I was telling you. You're just multiplying it with the sign. So it's the same as A times B, which is AB, and A times negative C. If you had a positive multiplying with the negative, it would be a negative, right? So it's going to be negative AC. You see, I started with the A and then came with the C. So it's still going to be the same thing. Gonna just do it like this: A into B, which is AB, A times negative C. Always the sign matters. Negative C, which is negative AC. So I was just doing the variables. We are now going to get into numbers. Something that looks like, maybe let's say you have 2 to 4 plus 3, which I'll explain, and many other examples. So this was just basic. For now, please try and understand this one because it's very important. After understanding this one, we're gonna go into the questions that you might see or maybe encounter in my exam.
A few moments later.
Okay, so says manje. We are swimming with the big sharks. So from the example that I gave you guys last time, which was 2 times 4 plus 3. Okay, sorry guys about my 4. So it's gonna just be the same thing where you multiply 2 times 4 and you multiply this 2 by the 3. So let us just do it. Okay, brackets this time since we wanna look, So it's gonna be 2 times 4, which is 8, and then it's gonna be 2 times positive 3, which is going to have a positive sign, and 3 times 2 is 6. So guys, you notice that 8 plus 6 is the same. It's not like last time where you had AC plus 18. You couldn't add this 2 since they are unlike terms. But then right now here, these are like terms. You can still go further. That means it's gonna be 8 plus 6, which is 14. So guys, if you don't understand like terms and stuff, you can just go to this image of the video that I just showed you here, and then you can just see, and then you'll come back to this video because it's very important for you to understand it. Because when you're doing distribution law, you don't just end here. They want this because this is your final answer. So yeah, let's go to another example. I'll be having 8 into 5 plus 9. Same thing, 8 times 5, which is, so you're gonna go to a calculator right now and press 8 times 5, which is what I did, which is going to be 40, plus 8 times 9, so which is 72. This is not done. Why? They are like terms. You add them. 72 plus 40, which is 112 sharp. You go to another, let's go to another example, which is 4 into 3 plus 2 plus 1. So you have something like this. It's the same thing, guys, even though there are now 3 terms inside the bracket. In the it's very simple. Just take this 4, multiply it with the 3, multiply it with the 2, multiply it with the 1. So let me show it for you here, since maybe it might be complicated for now. It's gonna be the same thing. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna just take 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12. Don't forget the equal sign. 4 multiplied by 2, which is 8. You see the sign, you remember it always. 4 times 1, which is 4, positive 4. After that, you notice these are like terms. What you do, you add them. So it's going to be 12 plus 8, which is 20, plus 4, which is 24. There you have it. It's very simple. So now, we are getting into the ones as nabo minus. Since it's going to just be tricky, lapo na lapo, but then it's the same thing. Just needs you to focus. So it's this one. They say 3 times 5 minus 2, right? You always remember the sign. This is positive 5, by the way, since maybe nani nyazi ukuthi 5 ngekumbhale since it's a positive. I mean, plus ngekumbhale since it's positive. So you're going to just say 3 times 5, which is 15. 3 times negative 2. Positive multiplied by negative is negative. So we're going to have a negative 6. Guys, please mind this always. So now, it's not like this one, you see, where you add them. Now you are just subtracting them. Go to your calculator and say 15 minus 6, which is 9. There you have it. Simple. Go to another one. 5 marks for lentole. Then you are done. Okay, nyadala, say 5 marks. But then you're going to say 9 times 8, which is 72. Remember the sign. Okay, 4 munjanjan. Then it's going to be 9 times negative 4. So it's going to be 9 times negative 4, which is negative. Remember this negative. Negative 36. So we are still subtracting, which is plus minus 72 minus 36, which is 36. Remember the equal signs. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be like this. Even here, since we had 3 terms, I'm going to do the one last is over 3 terms, which will be 3 times 8 minus 2 minus 1. Simple. Take this 3 times 8, which is 8, 16, 24. positive, that's why it's positive 24, though plus ngempal. Then we have this negative now. 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6. 3 times negative 1, which is negative 3. Punch this in a calculator, which is 24 minus 6 minus 3. That's 15. Bagama equal sign. So no 5 marks, no 5 marks, no 5 marks. And then it's shy, just like this. So I'm now going to do lawa mixed. Since you saw here, we had only positives and we had only negatives. So now I'm going to do as you know positive no negative. So let me just give you example A1 and then I'm gonna do it on another paper. Something like this. You now have positive and negative and it just works the same. Okay.
A few moments later.
This is the example I gave you from Lela paper Lilia, which is 8 plus 9 minus 4. This is now in a bracket. Means that 5, we are multiplying it with each and every term here. So this gets tricky because of they just do not mind the sign. It's gonna be 5 times 8 times 9 times negative 4. So how will you do this? You're gonna just say calculator, it's simple, just as man just say shangen. It's 5 times 8, which is 40. And then 5 times positive 9, you come to your calculator, then it's gonna give you positive 45. Then when you figure here, you see what's okay. This is now negative 4. What will you do? You multiply 5 by negative 4. That's simple. She's going to give you negative 20. Now, when you have this, you see, or maybe you observe what's okay. These are like terms. I can add them and I can also subtract them. Punch this in your calculator. So I'll just do it. 40 plus 45 minus 20. Okay, it's on. Then you see it's 65. Take it. That's it. You have your 50 marks. Then it's shy. Let's go to the next example, which is 3 times 8 minus 4 plus 6. Same thing, guys. You just do the maths and play with numbers, man. It's gonna be 8 times 3. Come here. 8 times 3, 24. 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12. 3 times positive 6, which is positive 18. After you have this, what do? You solve it. Okay? These are like terms. They're all the same. You can add them, you can subtract them. Go to a calculator. Punch it the way you are calling. It's gonna do the job for you. No need to crack your head. Then it's 30. There you have it. Done. 50 marks. So now, loudspeaker. We are doing the one that has variables. So here, it needs you to know exponential laws. So I'm just going to do it for the sake of this video. But then the stombe lesizibelile stombe sizokhomba lesizama exponential laws which you should watch because it's very important. So if you are given something, let's say you are given a number, this number 5, and they say you multiply it with the variable. Multiplying. So multiply by x. This is going to be 5x. I'm not going to do much on this. But then you cannot add or subtract 5 minus x. It's done. Or sign down. So, but then here there's something that you can do. Okay, so let's move. Let's say you have been given something like 5 times n plus 8. Since here you saw what you can multiply them. It's the same thing, guys, This one and this one is just the same thing. Yeah. So it's gonna be 5n plus 8 times 5, which is 40. You see here and here, it's the same thing. You cannot minus x 5. 5 minus x, it's chai, it's sign down. Here, 5n plus 40, they are not like terms, ne? So you cannot do anything to them. They are done. Go to another example. 8. A minus 2. 8 times A, it's 8A. It's always the coefficient. Ne? This is the coefficient. This is the variable. First, so it's the coefficient first and the variable first. Then 8 times negative 2, which is negative 6. Yeah, negative 16. So it's gonna be negative 16. There's nothing more you can do here. So yeah, we are done. Okay, so this and this is not the same thing on it. So we come to the next example, which is 8 into 9 minus 6. So 9 times A, which is 9A. A times negative 6, it's negative 6A. You see? Not like terms. Okay, these are like terms. Why are they like terms? What happened here is that, guys, this is A. Ne? 9. This is A. This is 9 minus 6. So the video that the image that I showed you, name, it's for like terms. You must go watch it and then you're gonna see which these are like terms. Why? 0A is 2 and the number obvious, they're like terms. So 9A minus 6A, you minus 9 no 6, which is 3, then it's gonna be 3A. You see, guys, it's important for you to know like terms, because it's China, which is not true. Then we go to another example. Let's see, where we have C 5 plus D. Name C times 5, which is 5C, plus C times D, CD. CD. Yeah, CD. So let's try here. We are done. These are not like terms. Even though C are corner, but then loud D again. So yeah. I'm going to, okay, let me just write here, just for the space name. I'll have UN into N plus A minus 2. So when this thing is like this, name, N times N, exponential laws. You see, it's very important, which is N squared. I'm not going to explain this. So please watch it. This is A, not 9. So N times A, which is AN, alphabetically with the positive sign. AN. And then negative 2 times N, it's negative 2N. Mind the signs. You come here and you look, are they like terms? No. Even this is squared and this is just an N. These are not like terms. Thank you guys for watching my video. And please guys, remember ukuthi le video yethu yokuqala. So ngicela nje nisizwele kancane, we are not going to be perfect. Ngicela ni like, ni subscribe, yeah, nis encourage ukuthi siposte amanye ama video. Thank you.